Hi everyone, this is Miss Chris
Miss Gabby and Miss Solitaire
from the Woonsocket Harris Public Library. Hi everyone over at Chillin' and Skellin' at CCF, Connecting for Children and Families. We made this video especially for you, knowing that you guys are well into your summer reading. And we wanted to talk about the important elements of a story or of storytelling. So when you're doing your summer reading, you want to think about certain things like, who are the characters in the story? Where does the story take place, or the setting? What is the conflict going on in the story? What is the problem that needs to be solved? What is the plot? What is the whole story about? And at the end, how is it resolved? The conflict, resolution, plot, characters are all part of storytelling. And these are the questions that are going to be asked of you during your summer reading. If you go to Woonsocket schools, you will have a form that looks like this. And in fact, it asks you about where and when does the story take place, the setting. Think about the main character. Make a list of 5 words. Who is the main character? What are they doing in this story? And for another grade, it's what is the most important part of the story? Is it something to do with the plot? Is it something to do with the character? Or something like 3 things that have happened during the story and a favorite character. These are all questions that are asked of you for your summer reading. If you're doing this with a group of friends or as a Zoom meeting or a camp meeting, one of the things I've done in the past with book discussions here at our library, specifically Dogman here, is I have a page that has something on it, but that's not fully written, or a blank page you can even use to start to tell your story. And just draw anything that you like. You could draw a Christmas tree, you could draw
a piece of pizza, thundercloud.
And all of these drawings together can be part of the story and be a visual and literacy component that goes along with your storytelling. One of the ways that we enjoy book talking and book discussions here at the Woonsocket Library. So we're going to show you how we can do storytelling at the library. There's something called a round robin storytelling. And what it is it actually comes from the 19th century when stories were published in magazines, and each issue you would get a new part of the story, much like a comic book actually. And with volume 1, volume 2, you'd have to wait the next week or for the next publication date. Those were serialized stories. And this round robin storytelling tradition comes from that kind of serialized storytelling. So between myself and my friends here at the library, we're going to show you how a round robin story works by each one of us building to the story. We want to have a beginning, a middle, an end, characters, a setting, and a plot, conflict, and a resolution. So we're going to show you how you can do this in your Zoom meeting for Chillin' and Skellin' this summer at the library. Ready? First, we're going to start off with the beginning of the story. It all starts out on a Monday morning where the sky is beautiful. There's white puffy clouds, blue sky, the birds are chirping, the squirrels are scampering through the yard, and then all of a sudden,
instantly, this massive cloud of purple smoke rolls in. And then down came all the raindrops, flooding the ground.
And then the squirrels took refuge. They ran as fast as they could, and they found shelter under a tree. And
the tree exploded. There was a massive lightning bolt. And then after the lightning bolt hit, the squirrels all got together and found a new tree, and they built a beautiful, beautiful home. And inside that home, there was
a tiny little robin's nest. And inside the tiny little robin's nest, inside this tree, there was an egg. A tiny little speckled egg inside a nest. And then
The egg hatched, but it was not a tiny robin. It was a dinosaur.
The squirrels took the dinosaur and trained them as one of their own. So the dinosaur learned how to act like a squirrel and became just like a squirrel. And then
they found out it was really a fire-breathing dragon. The dragon gave out a little poof as he sneezed. And he and his squirrel family lived
Happily ever after with a full supply of roasted acorns.
the end.
So in our story, what are the characters?
The squirrels, the fire-breathing dragon.
Where does it take place? What's the setting?
So, we didn't specify.
Was it outside or inside?
Outside.
Outside, under the beautiful blue sky, white puffy clouds, in a tree. And what was the conflict? What was the major plot that was going on in this story with the squirrels? What was going on?
That their house just kept burning down and the rain fell down on them. Suddenly, when they saw a beautiful egg, it became a fire-breathing dragon too, so that was a conflict in the story.
And the resolution was they all lived together as a family, possibly happily ever after with acorns, roasted acorns, for many lunches to come. So if you know some of the elements to storytelling, you can not only make your own story just like we did, you can do that right in your own Zoom meeting. You can just gather a group of people and start building on the story. You want to make sure you have a beginning, a middle, and an end. You're going to need characters. You're going to need setting. You're going to need a plot. You're going to need conflict, some sort of drama, something going on. And at the end, you would summarize the resolution. If you can tell these elements of the story, you can answer any of your summer reading questions. Remember, for the Woonsocket School Department, for elementary schools, grades 3 to 5, you have to read 3 books, write 3 reports, and over up to 10 books over the course of the summer. You can continue to read more. If you have any questions for us at the Woonsocket Harris Library, you can give us an email at childrens@woonsocketlibrary.org. You can contact us at the library 401-767-4122, and we can help you with any of your summer readings. We hope you enjoy reading and storytelling this summer at the library.